welcome to Real Estate with Ryan. Thank you for tuning in on a Saturday. Always good to talk about a little real estate and be in the building with you guys. I want to say, everybody, thanks to Veterans Day that just passed, everybody that gave their service for our country. We thank you so much. We probably this time of year, we can't spend enough time thanking you guys for all that you do, sacrifices that you've given for our country. So again, I want to thank you guys so much for Happy Veterans Day and hope all you guys had a great week. Again, thanks from your service, from my team to yours, and all that you guys do. Thank you so much. We don't say it enough, so there we go. Just wanted you to know that. Got a good show for you. As always, we're going to have a little housekeeping issues. Got some congrats, good housekeeping issues. Always got to say thank you to our great clients. So congrats to Noble Street, went under contract. The Hargroves, McCurks, Lock Ridge, their cabin went under contract. And then what? Closed. Congrats. They're super happy. Thanks for the great review and all that you guys do. Then kids, can't forget about the Kids family and 112 Dorothy. Thanks for the trust, support, and glad to get that under contract and sold for you. I think you were on vacation, Mr. Kids, so hope you appreciate that opportunity. Very sentimental house, and it was a family property, and so thank you for being involved in that, okay? New listings that are coming on the market. 3120 Blue Springs Road out in Straw Plains. That's going to go quick. Has some acreage, so if you guys have some animals or horses, that's a perfect property for you. We've got 132 AT Crumley. Beautiful property. I'm talking about views off the back porch, right off the swimming pool. It's in Blount County. You definitely have to go check it out. It's got almost 9,000 square feet, unfinished basement, extra space for that man cave area, workshop, garage, and a really good spacious floor plan. Make sure you check it out. $1.8 million. And then we got 1483 Old Highway 68 out in 10 Mile. Make sure you check that out. 37 acres. So as we approach the fall, guys, we're getting some acreage properties. Old Highway has 37 acres. I'm going by memory, 36, 37 acres. And beautiful house. Also has a barn and storage. So you want to check that property out. If you guys are looking for an investment, we also listed some commercial property as well. We got a car wash in 10 Mile. All the bays are new, equipment's new, producing about almost $20,000 a year. So check that out on my website. And then congrats to White Falcon. 3165 White Falcon went pending. Another investment cabin, setting record prices in Sevierville and Gatlinburg. We're doing that. So if you're thinking about selling your cabin, thinking about selling your home, period, we've got your back. We've got you covered. Give us a call. We always say it comes down to the agent that you choose. We know some good ones here at Hometown Realty, and we love to help you, love to walk you through that process. If not, it doesn't hurt to kind of give us a call and get our opinion on it, and we'll always shoot straight with you, okay? Getting into the show, thank you for tuning in. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody is staying healthy. I know my children, it's hard to say children now. I've got two little ones. It's hard to believe. My little one is 22 months, little Isaac. And I looked at him the other day and said, you're almost 2 years old. It's really hard to believe. He came right after the pandemic, and it's just growing really quickly. So spend that little extra time with him. And then my daughter, we're coaching. Her basketball season has started. So she's down in Bearden League, and thanks for all those guys that run the Bearden, West Bearden Basketball League. Robert and those guys, they do an awesome job, him and his wife. Never give enough shout outs in time, but thanks for all that they do for the kids and putting a league together that's just pretty impressive. So my daughter's played there, and this will be her third year, and mommy and daddy get to coach. So that's always fun, If it's not bad enough you have mommy teaching you, now you have mommy and daddy doing a little homeschool, doing now basketball. Poor Kinsley, she has it tough. She has it tough, but she's good. She listened. So thank you, guys. Let's talk about a little real estate. So in the news today, well, as last week, but we may be a little bit late bringing it to you. The big Zillow online giant syndicator of all the real estate. So if you've ever searched online, there's some big ones. There's homes around Knoxville. That's a good one, right, Nick? You like that? Homesaroundknoxville.com. They're a big guy. Then we got Zillow. Then you got Realtor.com and some other ones out there. So Zillow was doing an iBuying process. So if you're not familiar with that, Zillow was listing listings. It's one of those sites where you go on the website. It's always frustrating for me. You go on the site, you try to call somebody, and it's not even the agent that you pick. It's three other agents that know nothing about the property, and then, or you now get a computer system or somebody that's in another country, and they try to, give you to somebody else because they're making a commission off of it. So, but that Zillow, it does have a big online presence, is stopping the iBuying system. So what they were doing is, instead of the consumer going directly to real estate agents or trying to sell themselves or a combination of both, they were buying it directly from the consumers, making it an easier process. Although that they're only in about 25 markets across the country, now they're saying they're stopping that program. The iBuyer model was used by Zillow and other real estate companies on purchasing directly from the seller. But thanks to the current shortage of labor and materials, Zillow can't close, renovate, and resell the homes fast enough. We're operating within labor and supply constrained economy inside a competitive real estate market, especially in the construction, renovation, and closing spaces. Jeremy Waxman from Zillow, Chief Operating Officer, said in a statement. They did last quarter about 3,800 homes in a quarter, which is a record high, but they're running into these problems. And so they're stopping the program. We wondered, kind of in the real estate market space, how Zillow was going to do. That old saying, it sounds too good to be true. It usually is. The biggest challenge with what we have as a real estate firm here in Knoxville, with Zillow or any other company, real estate is so, how would I say that? Real estate is so market-driven to the specific market. What the New York market or Jersey market or Manhattan market may predict versus the Florida market or Knoxville market is totally different. And so you can't use a algorithm or a market. It's really where it comes down to the specialized knowledge of that marketplace. Just like in our market, downtown market is on fire and has a certain marketplace, where Loudoun and Lenore is different. And so there's different marketplaces and there's different resales. And you got to have an expert in that space, and a computer or somebody that's not knowing the Knoxville, Tennessee market is not going to be able to come in this market and know what buyers are wanting. Especially in our market, we have a 80% non-owner occupied in Sevierville and Gatlinburg market, right? Really investor heavy, cabins, investment properties. So you have to know that space as well. And so it's very challenging for these companies or corporations to come in and purchase properties, have relationships. That's why we do this show every week, guys. We talk about relationships. It's never about what you know, it's who you know, right? It's a combination. We say at our office, it's always teamwork to make the dream work, right? Teamwork to make the dream work. We can't do it without great sellers, great vendors, and so without that, teamwork wouldn't happen. And so it's very hard with big corporations come in here. I think you're seeing that today. If you're watching, you guys and some of my realtor colleagues out there listening, you know that in the marketplace today, that when you see an offer that comes through and it's that out-of-state lender, right? That out-of-state lender, and you go, right? Maybe it's not the groan. It's like, it was a different groan. But it's that groan that goes, this is going to be fun. Because the out-of-state lenders don't have the relationship with our preferred appraisers in town. And so they kind of go to the back of the list. And that's one of the biggest things that we're facing right now in the real estate market is appraisals and time frame. It seems like we're facing that. We're facing supply shortages. We're facing inflation costs. We talked last week about inflation, how prices are driving up everything. And then we'll talk more in the show today about, some questions that you guys have given me that I want to answer and kind of get into the second part of the show. But how is that affecting if you're going to remodel and fix a home? We're running into that as well. Everybody's weeks out. If we need a door, we just ordered a door for our apartment complex. That will be 6 weeks, Ryan, and maybe we'll get back with you in 6 weeks. No one had a door in town. So these are the things that are running into play with Zillow and some of these other online lenders or real estate syndicators. And so they're not able to come in the market. That's why we do this show. We talk about having a good agent and a good team that you can trust. So if you're still thinking about buying or selling in the market, there's only one place to go. You're listening to it. It's call your experts here at Hometown Realty. We've got you covered. Have a good realtor in your corner. We advocate that, whether you work with us or somebody else. It's the best advantage you have in this market. And a lot of times it costs you nothing. That old saying, I tell everybody, listen, it costs you nothing unless you use their services, right? So unless we bring you value. I've been reminded to make sure you guys know what we do every weekend. Again, my name's Ryan Coleman, Hometown Realty founder, and I've been doing this for a while. We do this show every week to talk about real estate, fun stuff, no politics, and give you the up-to-date information on the real estate market. So we've got a fun show. We're going into the second half. I've got a lot of questions that I haven't been able to answer. We're going to talk about in the second half, and I got some more congrats on the second half. So make sure you guys stay with us. Glad you're with us, and we'll talk to you here after the break.
Knoxville and East Tennessee. The region is known for its rolling hills, rivers, and lakes. There's no better place to work, live, or raise a family. Home is where your story begins. Buying or selling your home is a big decision, and you need a real estate team you can trust.
I'm Ryan Coleman with Hometown Realty, your hometown experts. Whether you're buying or selling a home, let us develop a winning game plan for you.
Hometown Realty is East Tennessee's #1 real estate group and a proud sponsor of the Vols.
Your friend promised we wouldn't be homeless.
He promised. He's doing everything to fix it.
You need to call and have him fix it now.
Hey, man.
Found us a house.
No, not yet. Let me call you back. We're working on it.
Ryan Coleman with Hometown Realty.
He says he's doing the best he can do, honey.
Well, he's taken too long. I knew we should have gone with Ryan Coleman.
Choosing the right agent is never easy.
Call your hometown experts. We'll take care of all the details and make sure you don't get stuck in a motel. All right, guys, thanks for coming back on the break. We're talking a little real estate with Ryan. I'm Ryan Coleman, your host, as always, every Saturday, talking a little real estate. I've been reminded that, so I'm on top of my game on the second half. So April sends all the love to you guys. As you know, she's my lovely wife, my better half, co-owner. And as you guys know, I just do as I'm told. So my boss is not here, so I get to kind of do whatever I need to do, right? Don't laugh, because you guys have wives too. And you know how it is. We're allowed to act like we're in charge. And so today I'm in charge of my show. You guys tune in every week and make sure you're checking us out on News Talk 98.7, 1 o'clock. That's where you'll find us. Thanks, News Talk. Thanks for showing us some love, allowing us to be there and talk a little real estate. Talk Radio, thank you guys, 92.3 FM, 11 o'clock. You'll find us there. If you missed the shows, tune in. We've got it covered on our website at ryancoleman.org, or you could stream the app. We've got that covered as well. Also, listen, make sure you check us out. If you happen to miss the game, or you're missing the show, or you're taking the kids to the game, and a lot of games going on Saturday, no worries, we got you covered. Check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and we stream this show, man. And do me a favor, if you do go to your social media channels, share it to a friend. It means the world. We take a lot of time to put this content together. And if we could help you, somebody's thinking about buying or selling, we'd love to talk to you. I want to thank all you guys first and foremost before I finish the show. We were voted Best of Knoxville 4 or 5, what was it, 5 years running? At least, right? Yeah, 5 years running, Best Real Estate Agent. And that doesn't happen without a great team. I promise you that. Knoxville News Sentinel, and then Best Real Estate Company. And that's pretty awesome because together we're all in one. That really just means everything to us. A lot of great clients that follow us, a lot of great clients that listen to us, and people that maybe we've never done business to, but I have a chance to come across them for the first time. And they say, hey, I listen to your radio show all the time. I listen to you guys. I saw you in the stadium. Hey, I saw you, what you guys are doing. It's awesome. Thank you. Hey, I see you guys giving away tickets. That's awesome. That means the world to us. I've got a really great team here. They care. It's the heart of a teacher over here. It's not just a transaction, not just a sale. It's about helping people. And, real estate is never easy. There's a lot of moving parts. They say it's one of the most stressful things you can do is buy and sell. Just imagine packing up in this crazy market that we're dealing with, have a moving truck all in one day, move to the next house, have it all close smooth. Doesn't always happen smooth, but we try to make it that way. And then have a smile at the end, and hopefully you don't kill each other and we can get a picture at the end. That's the goal, but it's never that easy. And that's why we advocate. It always comes down to the agent that you choose. You need a great agent in this marketplace and a team that cares. And we thank you guys so much for voting. It means the world for us. So congrats. All right. So I've got some questions getting into the show. And different questions that some people have kind of shot me, emails, texts, through the website, through social media. So I kind of wanted to go through those in the last part of the show, things that may be relating to you thinking about buying or selling as we approach 2022. So let's talk about the obvious question. We'll try to get through as many of these as we can. If my home doesn't sell, Ryan, or if my home sells quickly, how difficult is it going to be to find one as we approach the first part of the year? It's actually a great question. Just because in the market that it's a seller's market, or we think it's a seller's market, a lot of people in the market have seen a little bit of slow off. Not as a whole, but it's slowed down some. We just listed a great property yesterday, Blue Springs. I think I've got 25 showings. So, there's no specific statement that will cover the whole real estate market. It really is in your area as broken down in your town. Every market's different. Every price range is different. So the first thing I would say is start with the preparation of having a great agent come out, talk to you, give you a presentation of what they're going to do. What they're going to do is marketing. Marketing's key. Just because the market's hot doesn't mean that they're going to attract the right buyer. You got to have a marketing plan that hits local and out of state. And you got to have the presentation online that's going to give the buyers the reason to drive 7 or 8 hours to come down here to see this brand new listing, or to have the technology to walk through from the comfort of their own home, or have aerial footage to really see and buy that property sight unseen. We're doing it all the time, but it takes a teamwork to make sure we have exposure. Marketing is key. But let's say we get your house under contract. There's several ways in this marketplace that you can do and actually find the next property without being homeless. That's called the real estate catch-22. I want to sell mine, but I don't want to be homeless or living in an apartment or with my mother-in-laws for the holidays. That always makes it interesting. So you want to make sure that you set your home with a contingency, make it subject to finding something suitable in this market. It is challenging. We do it all the time. Making sure all the dominoes line up are key. A lot of times, if you have equity in your home, there's bridge loan opportunity. That's where we take the equity from your home and purchase the next one, and then we come back and sell your home. There is a little risk with that, right? Because what happens if your home doesn't sell? But if you're in a really strong position, and in the market that we're in now, unless something just crazy happens with the market, you should be in a strong position. But don't do that unless you're able to financially afford those extra payments for a short period of time. Okay. And then the next thing, obviously, if you have an opportunity to maybe you're buying land and you're going to purchase twice, maybe that opportunity to get a land loan that gives you a deferred build option, 10 to 15 years to build at a lower rate. Okay. There's some other opportunities. And of course, when in doubt, we have a guarantee program that would help you and give you a cash offer. So those are opportunities. There's a lot of opportunities. The first thing that I'm helping a great customer now that I'm thinking about is in December is we're looking at the market now of what they're going to buy. Okay. We're looking at what we're going to buy in the marketplace, and we're doing areas and we're narrowing it down, and we're going to go preview some properties. This actually came from a client that was listed with another agent, didn't have success, actually said the agent would not even show him other property, even though his house was in the market. But I think it's so important as a buyer to go out there and preview. We call it window shop. Go look at some other properties. Let's go look at the areas that you want. You need to look at the backyard. Look what 1,300 square feet or 3,000 square feet gets you in today's market. It may be less than what it was 5 years ago. So make sure you understand what the true value is. And the next thing is make sure your financing is strong so that if you have to get into a multiple offer situation, you can be in the best position to actually secure the property. All right, what's another question we got here? We're running on time. Let's say inflation. How is inflation affecting prices in today's market? We talked about this last week a little bit. Won't spend a whole lot of time, but we know that the median housing price is $363,000. It's up 23% from a year ago. It's kind of hard to believe. And eventually, when things keep getting so pricey, we're going to have a lot of buyers not enter the marketplace. So less buyers in the marketplace is a supply and demand issue. And I think if effectively, once we have neighbors in their own subdivision, right, and you probably have them in your subdivision now, selling because they know that they can't get a higher price eventually and afraid of a market correction, then we may have some issues. But right now, I would say don't move unless you have to. No reason to move. You got a great house, great location. If you expect a job loss or a job transfer, some things that could be going, which we are facing with clients now, then maybe now is the time definitely to put it on the market and sell before things do correct. Nobody has a crystal ball, right? And then let's talk about, this is something big. And I think in today's market, getting the best interest rate, and we talk about how do I get negative reports on your credit and some things that have happened to consumers. One of the biggest issues is our collection companies, right? Collection companies, you ever dealt with them? One of the biggest things, we just had to recently deal with one of them on ours. If you go to the hospital, my son went to the hospital and he bumped his head and trip to the ER was probably several $1,000s later with insurance, right? And then you had multiple bills. And so from different provider, we had one from the doctor, we had one from the ER, we had one from the ambulance, you had one from this guy and that guy. Before you knew, you had 6 different bills. And some were presented to insurance, some were not. It's very important that in the credit space that you get your credit checked before you make a purchase. Check your credit. You can do them online at Credit Karma. You can go to Equifax.com. Remember, there's 3 credit bureaus out there: Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. Okay. And there's a lot of federal regulation. I won't have time to go through all of it, but make sure you're checking your credit before those. A lot of these collection companies will just slap it on your credit without the proper time frame, and will put negative reporting that can bring your credit score down. That would affect your mortgage rate, would affect the amount of money that you can buy, or you end up paying more money than you need to. We probably can get into that in more time, but make sure you check your credit before you do the loan purchase. Thank you guys for tuning in. You know, we're your proud sponsor of the University of Tennessee Athletics, our Vols, man. You're a Tennessee Realtor. We always got your back. Make sure you like and subscribe our page for all the giveaways. Make sure you follow my page at ryancoleman.org. Best number in real estate is very easy, 693-SOLD, 693-SOLD. And we're always here for you. Hope you have a great week and see you next weekend.